it. Yeah, I want you to keep it. Yep. Yep. I do not want you. I want you to keep it. Yeah. Yeah. I really do. For some reason, it's not showing me. I'm trying to figure out what's up. The thing is, they can't see me. I'm sitting here though. I've never seen it do this before. Seen it give me these problems. It's literally not showing me. I'm not sure how to make that. Okay, I gotta make a decision. Give me a second. I'm so sorry, guys. Because they actually can't see me. Okay. I think we have to. So much guys are rocking with me. I almost gave up. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad I didn't get frustrated. Oh, that patience. I pray for God to give me more patience so I can start really doing what I want to do instead of getting frustrated and not doing it, just doing it, even if it takes a little bit longer. Thank you, God, for that. Thank you. So we did a half night prayer. I stuck in there. I actually went to half night prayer and prayed and took my case to God. And I really feel good. And if you were here last night, we talked a lot about pain. We talked about what it does to us and what it does for us. We talked about opening our hearts and letting love in. We talked about many of us have guarded ourselves from pain for so long that we have blocked out love and joy. But by allowing love and joy in, we learned quickly that meant we were letting love and we were letting pain out. I talked about it last night, remember? So, so tonight, okay, I want us to talk to see what Melanie's talking about. And I'd like us to hop into tonight's topic. So we're going to open up with tonight's reading, which is day 333, which is IRISE Sunday, as we like to call it. It's day 333. So today's topic is going to be IRISE, overcoming, surviving, not giving up, finding, making a way out of no way, being willing even when you're not really willing. Okay, that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. And so our reading for tonight says, from myself, says, God didn't bring me this far to break me. He brought me here to build me. Tap the like button if you believe that all that you've been through up until this point was building blocks. If you feel like up until this point in your journey, if you're being built. Yeah, I got on my house clothes. I'm comfortable. Just I got my little drink, honey. I've got a nice big comfortable chair. I'm just enjoying it. Okay. So I see y'all tapping it up. All right, me too. Let me give a couple taps. So let's read through it. It says every scar is a scripture. Every survival is a sign that God is still in the room. There were seasons when you didn't know how you'd make it, days when grief was loud, nights when your body hurt, moments when food was comfort, your escape, your silence. Thank you, Terry. But look at now. Still rising, still becoming, still protected, still chosen. Today is a reminder that God does not waste pain. Back to that topic. Ooh, somebody needs to be free from that pain. Maybe it's me. Immediately that said a reminder is that God does not waste pain. Every tear watered something, every setback strengthened something, every closed door redirected something. You are living proof that God specializes in impossible recoveries. You are the testimony that someone else is praying to. You are the evidence that grace still works. This week, rise with confidence. God is not finished. Your healing is not over. Your story is still unfolding. And what's ahead of you is greater than what's behind you. Hey, Rich, welcome in. You're here on purpose, covered on purpose, called on purpose, and rising every single day on purpose. How's that feel? This is a reminder that God does not waste pain. He does not waste pain. Wow, that's powerful. I don't know about you guys, but that's powerful. That means that even though it's painful, it's orchestrated for your good. And the mentality about how far your mindset can take you is really true. That it's all about how we look at what we're experiencing when we're experiencing it. And that our mindset can truly carry us through the other side of some of the most worst experiences our life we've ever experienced. And it has more to do with our mindset and what we understand that may be happening to us versus what we believe that is happening against us. I think that our mindset is more powerful than we give it credit for. I believe. Yeah. All right, let's get into it. 11:30 says, let's see. 11:30 says, try to make sure I miss no comments, you guys. Because I know I have the backup phone, but I'll be laying it down, so I'm trying to keep it where I can see the comments. Okay. November 30th. We made it, loves. We're headed into December. What a wonderful job. Here we go. Trust each moment. Let's tap it up. Let's go for that 5K. Trust each moment. Okay. Say it again. Trust each moment. Yeah. Trust it. Trust, trust, trust again and again. That's the issue. See how much of your pain, your anguish, your tension arises simply from not trusting the absolute perfection of the present moment. Hear that? Terry, check this out. Here, look, check this. Immediately melody just jumps right off the river, off the side of the cliff, and says, trust, trust, trust. Again, again, and again. That's the issue. See how much of your pain, your anguish, your tension arises simply from not trusting the absolute perfection of the present moment. Yep, it is hard. I've lost my way. I'm off track. I'm somehow wrong, in the wrong place at the wrong time, doing the wrong thing. Where am I going? Where I'm going is a dead end. Oh dear. You are not off track. You haven't lost your way. You're going somewhere worth going, somewhere magnificent beyond the ability of your mind to comprehend. By trusting the perfection of each moment, you give yourself a gift, permission to enjoy the journey. Don't just take the trip. Let yourself enjoy the ride. Hi, Shy Flirt. I'm going to read that again. Trust each moment. Trust, 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 and trust again and again. That's the issue. See how much of your pain, your anguish, your tension arises simply from not trusting the absolute perfection of the present moment. Wow. Hello, beautiful. That's deep. I've lost my way, you may say. I'm off track. I'm somehow wrong, in the wrong place at the wrong time, doing the wrong thing. Where I'm going is a dead end. Oh dear. Hi, Corey. How are you? You are not off track. You haven't lost your way. You're going somewhere worth going, somewhere magnificent beyond the ability of that your mind can comprehend. By trusting the perfection of each moment, you give yourself a gift, permission, permission to enjoy the journey. Don't just take the trip. Let yourself enjoy the ride. Trust each moment. And she said, your pain and your anguish will cause you to not trust the present moment. And what I hear her telling me is try not to worry about trusting for hours and hours, but let's just try to focus on trusting for the moment, in the moment, right then, just building our trust in that thing that's happening in our life in that moment. And then we can grow trust to be this big, magnificent thing. But until we can trust small right in front of us, how do we grow trust? Until we can truly trust ourselves, how do we grow trust? Does that make sense? If we truly open ourselves up and trust ourselves, then we're more likely to see the warning signs of where not to trust. And then we're not feeling like our trust has been broken so much. Why? Because our antennas for reading the trust has been healed. I don't even know if that made sense. Does that make sense? I think that when we doubt our own word, our own judgment, and our own selves, I think that makes it even more challenging for us to trust the right people. And that sometimes we put our trust in the wrong people because our antenna's off. What do you guys think? And I think as a result of that's where that pain and that anguish comes from. No. No or yes. Like button if just are we want them to love us. Oh my gosh, yes. And Terry says, are we want them to love us? And then Queen said, I believe that when we suffer the pain, I believe that. Yeah, because when we feel that pain, we our judgment is jaded now because we've hurt in that area. We don't have an open mind anymore. It has a judgment place to it. Like if we've never been around anyone addicted to drugs, okay, never mind. Addicted to things, then we won't be able to. I often think my intentions. Shy Flirt. I've had to really work hard to stay in discernment to not have that issue. Yeah, I've had to work really hard, in my trauma healing. I've been able to notice the things that typically make me trust people that are actually untrustworthy. And then I've also had to learn on my ability to trust myself and be trusted. Because if I'm always taking your information and never sharing mine, that doesn't really create an equal basis for a good girlfriend to feel like she can trust you with her information if you're always taking and never giving, right? And so what happens is you'll have an equality in a lot of your relationships is because they've noticed that you do a lot of giving, but you don't give of you like emotionally. Like you might do a lot of stuff, but you don't really talk about yourself. So you find yourself disconnected, and then you end up getting a lot of people that take like are more likely to have you do stuff for them in that case. I don't know if I'm explaining it right. I'm probably not. Because your antenna's off. Like you'll pick the friend that's a good friend, but not a hard worker. Instead of the friend that's not that close to you, but a hard worker. Do you understand? But you need the friend to work though. Well, because our antennas off, we confuse trust. We confuse trust with work ethic and loyalty. Yep, I'm working on learning to trust myself. You are. Yes. So it's like when we start, I think what happens as we begin to heal from certain things happen to us that made us have that doubt in ourselves. Should I live? Should I flirt? I think what begins to happen is the questions, we start asking different questions. I think our whole context and basis of how we communicate with others change. I think we stop giving so much freedom and leeway with people in the way we think and feel. And that's how we begin to build trust in ourselves, because we begin to stand on what we feel and what we want. And we're not so easily swayed by what others think we should be doing or should or shouldn't be doing. I think we find like a sense of value and peace in that space. And I think the more and more we kind of give what we would prefer, it's not even about setting a boundary. I think the more we tell other people what we would prefer, how we would prefer to be dealt with and handled, I think the less likely we are to have to keep resetting our boundaries. I think what happens is sometimes when we're trying to set those boundaries as we're healing, we're setting them at the wrong time, instead of setting a basis to explain to the person so that they can understand why the ironclad is coming down. So I think we do ourselves a disjustice when we don't get it, when we do it out of anger or frustration of something happening. We don't give ourselves an opportunity to use our words in order to explain, so that it doesn't have to be a back and forth over and over. When we do it in clarity and truth, it goes better. True, reminding myself that I'm a child of the King, and yet remind myself, yep, that you're worth it. Yes, and that you're worth it. And isn't it funny how life can make you feel worthless? Just working and going every day, never feeling validated or appreciate how they can make you actually feel worthless. Have who's experienced that before? I've experienced it. I've actually experienced where I was doing everything right. Life wasn't that life was the worst. It's that I literally felt like nothing could fill that hole of not feeling validated. It was like I was looking for this sense of completion, but I couldn't find it. I had the monies, I had the job, I had the house, I had the car, but there was still something missing. And that's when I really started saying there must be a disconnect spiritually. Because how do you have everything you need, but you can't sustain it, or you don't feel spiritually connected? And in my mind, you know what? Then I want to go to that spiritual space in my life, and I'm willing to do some work, some healing, remove some belief systems. Because some of us are blocked because we've been believing the same crazy stuff our parents taught us, and you still believe it in day God, and day God done changed because you've changed. So I think sometimes we have to be willing to change our relationship with God to even grow more, to even expand more. I think we have to be willing to change our relationship at its core. Yeah. And when I say that, I mean that person and that spiritual connection inside of you that's thriving to be connected to a greater power, of being greater than that self. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's all I have tonight. May God bless you all. My name is Coach K. Any questions tonight? I'm opening up for questions and answers. No questions, no answers. Learning to truly trust Him, build my faith. Yes. I'm telling you, the last couple of years of my life have been great because of that. Because I've literally spent about 5 years just sitting, basking constantly in the Word of God. Constantly having to sacrifice time and energy to just stay in that Word, missing out on events to be able to go to the things that I felt that could spiritually grow me and help me expand my thinking, my desire. As I learn more about that Python spirit, I don't need that on me, honey. I want to desire God. I want to crave my prayer life. I want to, it's just me. You can do what you want. Well, people can do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? Should I flirt? But I'm with you. I want to get connected, truly trusted. I want to stay that way. That's what I tell people. You don't want to just get it. You want to stay that way. And you stay that way by staying focused on the things that are good and the things that are good for you. Yeah. So that's all I have. All right, guys. Well, I won't keep you. I won't keep you because I don't want to cheat you your time. So we made it on IRISE Sunday night. I'll see you tomorrow for Motivational Monday. Without further ado, I'm your girl, Coach Kenya. And that's all I got for each and every one of you. God bless you. Good night.